everybody out there, and welcome to another episode of Vox Singing Academy's video podcast. Welcome, Emily. How you doing this week?
Hi, Peter. Still alive. Hi, everyone.
Hey guys, how you doing? If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Please check out the other YouTube channels as well too. Please check out Ask Vox Singing Academy, Ask VSA, or the 5-Minute Singer channel. With lots of great free tutorials there as well too, so check that out. If you like this channel, subscribe, questions down below, and if we pick out one of your segments, we will give you a free singing lesson.
Yes!
Yes! Today's podcast is going to be, we're going to be discussing children's singing lessons and children's singing in general.
Yes.
Okay, so leading off with children's singing lessons. Now, obviously a lot of parents are inquiring about singing lessons, and this was actually brought up in a question that I'm going to be doing an Ask VSA segment for, where I got a few questions from parents. The questions were, how long should my child be practicing for? One was 8, one was 13, the difference. But leading off, firstly, one of the questions that we get quizzed about quite a lot is, when should my child start singing? So what's your opinion about that, Emily?
My opinion is the earlier the better. Look it up on YouTube. Just once you're done with the podcast, type in 4-year-old drummer.
That little black kid?
Yes, fantastic, beautiful boy.
The headphones, I've seen it.
Whose dad basically gave him a cowbell and 2 sticks when the boy was about a year and a half old, and you can see there is so much joy in his face, and he started developing the rhythm straight away. So at 4 years old he played at the NAM music exhibition. How is that even? Yeah. But how is that possible? Because he already had over 3 years of experience when he was doing that, you know. And when
he's really good.
Yeah, when you are a child, and when you are so young, and you're learning all the things together, you're learning the language, you're learning motor skills like buttoning up your shorts, shirts, putting on your pants, playing an instrument, singing, and language. If you can connect all of those things together, this is fantastic. This is an incredible head start. Just make sure you don't kill the passion of such a young child by making it a practice. You have to sit down and do it. No, just give him different instruments. See what the child takes to. Try singing with them. Try putting on some singing videos on. Or once in a while just doing this, and see whether your child replies to you, because at that time they really want to imitate their parent. So try and just literally make noises of different pitches, and it's a fantastic bonding experience, and an incredible gift that you can give to your child. Usually when I see teenagers who pitch really well and they already sing really well, but they claim they haven't had singing lessons, usually it's because they come from a family where they were exposed to music very early on, and where it was not considered lessons, or it was fun.
Yes. You know, you tap on a very big point there as well too, about keeping it fun and don't kill the passion, and whatever your child is interested in, you know, let them go and try that and do that. And they might go through a few different things, and I think everyone should do that in their life as well too. Try a few different things and see what you really love to do. But if they have a passion for singing, and a lot of children do have a passion for singing, because it's done in choir at school and different things like that, you know, just try to grow and nurture that and to the best of your ability. And again, don't go out and try to kill it, because I have seen in my career a few parents that have had, you know, they've probably tried to forge a career in the music industry, and then they're transposing their lack of success in that particular thing onto their child.
Yeah.
So I've seen that. haven't seen a lot of it, but it sometimes does happen out there. And just make sure that it's fun, because once it becomes non-fun for the child's not going to enjoy it. And it's really singing for us. It's just about, and anyone, it's just about fun. You sing when you're happy, and you sing in the car, and you sing in the shower, and that's what it's really about. So, I think starting off as early as you can. I think about 4 is good to start to probably have singing lessons.
Yes.
But there are lots of other things that you can do before that as well too. There's lots of kids shows like the Wiggles and different things like that they can watch and sing along to, and lots of different kids programs that they can do. So that's a really, really good thing. A really good start is probably about 4, but any time's good to start. Again, for anyone on the opposite end of the spectrum, if you are a parent and you are, 30, 40, 50, it's never too late either.
Yes.
As well too, so to sing along with your child, and I think that you've got a couple of mother-daughter or
yes, I do have a couple of parent-child pairs right now, which is a fantastic experience. The one that comes to mind, we just had a lesson yesterday, is Mika. She's from Japan, and her hubby is Australian. So Mika doesn't speak English very well. She's learning it, and her daughter Zara, who is I think about 9 years old, Zara is bilingual. So Mika is really into Evanescence, the mom. She really likes Evanescence. And on one of our lessons, I think it was even our first or second lesson, I noticed that Zara, her daughter, when we were practicing Evanescence higher, like, bring me back, so this higher range mixed voice technique, her daughter Zara was mouthing like the growly bits. She would just sit there and kind of not make a sound, but she'd like, bring me back. Yeah, the daughter was just so interested in it. She was just kind of doing it unconsciously. And when you pick on things that your child is doing, I'm like, okay, do you want to learn to growl, Zara? And she's like, what? Why? I'm like, because you're already doing it. Look at me. Woo! And she went.
Have you seen the 2 young sisters that do covers, the guitar and bass player sisters? They look like they're Hispanic.
Send me the link.
But I'll put a link in below. But they do a bunch of. The youngest girl would have to be younger than 10, and they were doing a bunch of these different rock and metal covers and doing like the growls and things like that. Some of them are, I don't think they're taking themselves that seriously. They're jumping around and doing some things like that. But some of them are quite. They're quite good. Yeah. But so where to start? Okay, when to start? And we take on children of all ages.
Yes.
Okay. And definitely making it fun. Practice. Now, practice is one that something we've got to bring up. I actually did get quizzed about this. That I'm going to make a VSA video for. But the practice, how long should children practice for? Again, being a teacher and us being teachers, there's always a duty of care that we want to make sure that, it doesn't matter how young or old they are, but especially how young, because their voice is still growing, that they're warming up their voice before they start to sing. So I always say, even my younger students, they've got to at least do 2 or 3 scales. Now, some of our crying scales only go for less than a minute. But that's what I'm always sort of saying for my students, and starting off with maybe a very easy scale to start with, maybe a falsetto scale, and maybe something a little bit more difficult to do with pronunciation or cries. But that's the minimum requirement that I have. But if they're feeling that they want to do more, I always sort of say that the more that you practice, the better that you're going to get. It's like Michael Jordan, when he was practicing basketball, just in college, just shot thousands of hoops daily. That's daily, not weekly. He just shot hoops and shot them from every angle and every particular place, and became the best basketball. I'm not saying that you need to do that, but practice makes perfect. But then also transitioning that straight away into a song. So once you've done some scales, immediately go and try to put those skills that you learn in the scale into the song. It's also great to sing after you do your scales because your voice is fully warmed up. So it's very, very, very important. And even if your children are playing netball or basketball or cricket or football, they'll limber up and stretch before they play that sport as well too. And the same thing should be happening with their singing as well too. Very important.
I would like also to add to this that very often when you're teaching a child, when I'm teaching a child, it's a family education. So it's not just teaching the student, but also teaching the parent how to keep it fun at home and how to recognize the signs of vocal fatigue. Like one of the most important things, if your child starts getting a bit croaky, that's a sign to stop. I've had once a terrible experience in the first lesson, and I sorry, I know it's bad for the business, but it's important for us, like as a vocal integrity and like human integrity thing.
Maybe you should have run this past me before the podcast started. No, but let's go. We
so
want to keep it live and
we
want to keep it real, and you know,
so
this is what we want to do.
Once I didn't even offer a rebooking to a student because the mum was there and was so abusive to a child and so pushy, and the child would say, oh, my voice is hurting, I can't, and mom would go, no, you do that, and I would say, no, stop, and mom goes, no, she can do it, come on, try, no pain, no gain. No! And I tried to explain it to the parent. Unfortunately, she didn't take it on board, and I just skipped the part when we go, so did you want to book for more lessons?
You know,
because it would be so much stress for the child, for the mom, for me. Just I don't think that this environment was good, so I sent her quite a long, very respectful message afterwards, just telling my opinion, what happened in the lesson and what needs to be done, and wish them the best of luck. Yeah, but literally, I don't think that fixing stage moms' head when they abuse their children is my job.
With that as well too, again, you've got to go with the best intentions for the student and the child, and you've always got to be true to yourself and beliefs with that, which I think is very, very important. But then, like you said, we do want to help the customer out and even possibly help the mum learn as well too. So with that, so I would always give them a ring and say, hey, look, I like to try this or try that, because we want to make it fun. Because in the end, the child's going to rebel against that if they're being pushed or prodded into a direction that they don't want to go, or they're not enjoying it. So we need to stand your ground and be polite and firm with the way that you speak to them, and speak your truth, and then let it be, and then hopefully they will either come around or they won't. And then, you know, obviously they might go to another school where they might maybe think that's okay or encourage it, and that's totally fine. But you know, ultimately the truth always comes to the top, and that will we always have to stay true to ourselves and beliefs. And you know, the child will either speak their opinion to their mum or rebel against their mum and say, hey, look, can I try something else? But yeah, it's not great to see. Unfortunately, it does happen.
Don't be that mum.
I'm not. Yeah, look, as with anything, I haven't seen a lot of it myself. I think a lot of people. It's
rare, but when it happens, this is why it's so jarring, you know, and kind of sticks with you. Well, sorry, I need to calm down after this now.
I haven't seen a lot of it in my classes. I don't think that I wouldn't tolerate it, and a lot of people probably wouldn't be that pushy in front of me. A lot of people aren't like that with me. I don't think so. I don't know what
Come
that
on,
was.
you've got the eyes of a shark.
Maybe.
Nobody's going to be pushing with you.
But we just want to make sure that the lessons are always fun,
Yeah.
fun for the kids, and like even with my youngest daughter, you know, she's tried numerous different things, and you know, she's gone from one thing to the next, and just let all the children try different things even if they stop, and that's even to do with life, to do with hobbies, and
Yes.
just try lots of different things, keeping it fun, keeping it a family activity, and that's really it. So to do with the practice, if as a duty of care, we always like our students to do at least 2 or 3 scales before they start singing. But if you feel that you want to do more, you will improve a lot quicker if you do more. On top of that as well too, again we run student concerts which aren't competitions. They're there to get valuable stage experience. So I think getting out and just getting some experience up on stage for young children. So again, a lot of that is to do with unfortunately competitions where a lot of shopping centres or RSLs or places run different talent quests as they call it, which is fine, but again I wouldn't take it too much to heart if you, pardon me, don't progress all the way through. Really the bottom line with singing is we always want to keep it fun. There is a lot of children's theatre as well too, especially during the school holiday period. They always have a lot of workshops and children's theatre during that time, which is also fun. But with the kids, just try to perform wherever you can. Christmas time is a great time for carols. Singing at school, if you ever get the opportunity to sing at assembly or at school, or to sing the national anthem. You know, I don't think that there's a child in Australia that doesn't know how to sing the national anthem. I think it's nearly compulsory that they sing it in pardon me, morning assembly as well too. And just make sure that it's fun with children, and we run some group classes with our kids as well too. So I think that's a good interactive way to have children within a group class where they can sing in front of other children and gain valuable experience singing in front of other children before they get up on stage. So I think that's great as well too. I think also the one-on-one lessons are important to hone certain skills if they really want to progress quicker and work on certain aspects. But the main thing is just make sure that your children are picking out their songs that they enjoy. The songs are in a good key for the child as well too, and just keep keeping it fun. That's really the main point with it.
And I would like to add to this another opportunity for performance. Once you and your child feel confident enough, contact your local youth services.
Yep.
For example, we work with a fantastic organization, Dandenong Youth Services, who run
I've worked with them for
quarterly
27 or 8 years now.
They run quarterly festivals, and they usually have over 10,000 people in Dandenong attending these festivals.
Yep.
And the most recent one, I finally got my students up on that stage. So thank you Rebecca, especially for the opportunity for offering us, and Peter for trusting me to select some of my students. So both Jasleen and Halima had a fantastic time. They just came the next week after with videos, and they played their first professional paid gigs. $30 for 10 minutes. That is a high rate. So
Look,
as soon as your child is ready for live performance, contact your local youth organizations, because most likely they will be organizing some activities in which your child will be able to perform on another stage, not completely chaperoned but by us.
Yep. So your local municipal, so basically in contact with your local council, and they will have generally a youth resource centre or a youth entertainment centre. So always contact them, and that they are really a great source for children and also early teens as well too. And I've done a lot of work. I'm from the eastern suburbs and the city of Greater Dandenong, and I've been involved with that ever since my career, and even before that as well too. So it's always good to give something back as well too to the community like that as well too. And I know that 2 years ago we were very fortunate to be playing at the Dandenong show right before the fireworks. We actually worked two years in a row. We played right next to the main stage, right before the fireworks, which is great for our performance. I was going to say great for us, great for our performance, because everyone was coming towards the main oval before the fireworks. So it was and there's lots of people just around there, coming to watch fireworks, but also just watching the entertainment that was there. So it was an absolutely great opportunity, and the stage was set up in a premium place right down the main strip of the Dandenong show there. So it's great.
Yeah, but usually young performers will also not be put out like on the main stage, and usually it's like a smaller race, smaller like tenty situation. So both of my students reported that it was way less intimidating than they thought it would be. So it's not like you're playing to a giant stadium.
Yep.
Just people lounging around, walking, like listening, not listening. And it's super important to start performing for as wide a variety of people as possible as soon as you can, because you get to unconsciously pick up on those who stay and give you unconscious like body language and encouragement and the applause. And like my first performance of that kind was when I was 12. And I remember I went with my winnings, with my payment, and went and bought a stone-washed jean jacket. I was so super proud of myself. Yeah.
There we go.
And it's so these little things, when you get something accomplished and paid for, however little it may be.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be paid for, and also, as I say, the competitions don't. It doesn't matter where you come as long as you've gone up there and had fun.
Yes.
The city of Greater Dandenong do pay our performers, which is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, this is such a great boost to like self-esteem, and it's excellent. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, User Services.
Yes, the youth resource services at the city of Greater Dandenong, absolutely fantastic. And have always supported all of the youth around the greater city of Dandenong, and they've always done a great job. So it's been fantastic. Let's just talk also quickly about reality television shows as well too, because I know there is a younger version of it for children. So there's like the X Factor for children as well too. If you feel that you want to go and do that, I highly recommend that as well too. If you feel that you want to prepare and go and do some songs, and again, do songs that you like to perform.
Yes.
Go and audition. You'll generally be called to a cattle call, meaning cattle call, there'll be lots of people there. You generally only have 30 seconds of two songs, generally a slower and a faster song, and then you'll get through to the next section. So you generally won't be in front of the judges, you'll be in front of the production company, and then you'll come back on that same day and they'll see whether they want you to go and progress further, and then you'll get a call back from there on in as well too. With a lot of the shows, I've prepared a lot of children for those shows. So they are great experience, especially once you start to get into the more further stages of the show, when you're performing in front of a camera. Looking at the camera and doing some different things like that, I think is great as well too. But we encourage all of our students to get up and perform as quickly as we can. At the last student concert, we had she wasn't Maya, she had the little Maya. And I think
little button.
4 or 5 years old she must be.
Yes, something like that.
She's 4 or 5 years old, and all the way up to we had performers that were well and truly into their 40s and 50s. So,
do you remember John, beautiful gentleman who was definitely over 60?
Yes.
Yes, let's put it that way. I have some other students who are, I wanted to mention, I recently found such a joy working with people over 60, because huge shout out to Karen, fantastic lady. I hope she performs at our March concert. Never sang before, always wrote her own lyrics. And after our first lessons, she gave me a massive hug, and we both cried a little bit, because she said, "Oh, Emily, thank you so much for making my dream come true." I'm sorry, I'm gonna sob a little bit there.
You're welling up already.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so it's never too early and never too late, you guys. If you are a parent who thinks, thank you, Peter. I hope you didn't blow your nose in there.
What? I think I did. But that's clean though.
Okay.
Just use this side.
Okay, thank you.
I always have you always see me clearing my voice. I suffer from very bad hay fever, and we're actually going to do a podcast segment about singing through ailments and being sick. I know people have commented saying I hear clear your voice in my classes, and also when I'm on the podcast, and it's something that I've always done, and I've always suffered from hay fever, and I've always been blocked up, and I don't have dairy products. I'm vegan, and I got green tea there, and it's just something that I've always had. So that's what that is there for. So and also to wipe the tears away. That's fantastic that that you're having influence on people like that. It really is.
Yeah, and actually both children and elderly people right now, like the generation that is growing up right now, well into once they reach their 70s, they will be probably, I don't know, Skyping or doing telepathic communications with other planets. So obviously generation that's growing up right now is more technologically proficient. So don't be afraid of tablets and phones and computers to give to your child to practice with. Because yes, another one of the parents told me once, like, no, we don't give her technology. We don't give her technology at all. How do we practice then? Like, keyboard is a technology. You're riding in a car is a technology.
That's just dumbfounding. That's like saying to the Romans, don't use the wheel because it's technology. Yes. You really, honestly, you've got to embrace technology, and you've got to move forward. And I bring it up in our Monday morning meetings. As soon as virtual reality goggles are good enough, we will be the first singing school to use it in Australia. I guarantee it. So people will be at home, they'll put their goggles on, and we'll put our goggles on, and we'll be in the same room giving them a lesson. And we want to be the cutting edge of that, and I can't wait till that happens. I can't.
Come on, Google, step it up!
It's going to happen sooner than later, and you've got to keep up with technology, and it saves me so much time. We do Skype classes. I record the scale, 2 clicks, and they've already got. I record the file, and it's there. We are transferring files and doing lots of things. Technology's great. The world's never been a better place, and you definitely got to keep up with technology, and the parents have got to keep up with technology so that we can get on iTunes and the videos to get. And a great thing now these days as well. So I have to say this for all of the parents, is that there is every single instrumental version of nearly every song in the world on YouTube.
Yeah.
So and you can get it for free and play it for as many times as you want, and it's a great resource. It really is. 10 years ago you used to have to buy it on CD or whatever it is, or try to source it somewhere. They're all available now. So these things are making our life a lot easier as teachers. And the technology here is to make our life easier. So really...
Yes. No technology is inherently bad or inherently good. It's how you use it. So again, circling back to remember when we were talking about a table, building a table and putting your life on it. Same with children and technology, and learning singing and learning sports and learning to manage your time. And learning to use this technology for achieving other goals, for art, for drawing, for singing, there are so many ear training apps. Even if you think your child is not ready for private singing lessons, it's so much fun just to sing the note. Literally just download a simple piano app, press one button on it, press one note, and go ding. And have your child try and repeat this note, and then have them do it. Press this button and you will sing this note. It's a fantastic bonding experience. It's not necessarily something that you should be forcing on anyone. Sometimes, you know, well, I grew up in a house with 2 pianos, and sometimes my friends would come and play with me, and their parents would be trying to put them to the instrument, and they instead would take a pen and try to draw on the keys, you know. So if your child does this, they are telling you, no, I don't want, Mama, I don't want to learn music, I want to draw. Just give them a piece of paper, get them into an art class, or just literally pull on YouTube how to draw a cat,
Yep.
how to draw a tree. You may learn something new as well. So yeah, technology is great. Any age is great to start, but there are different challenges. Probably for a boy going through puberty and through the voice break would be a very discouraging experience to start singing lessons at this point.
I'll put in the links below as well too. I do have a 5-minute singer episode regarding the break.
Yes, adolescent voice, the break in adolescent voice.
Adolescent voice, both for males and females as well. So it happens for both. More dramatically for the male voice because we see it.
It's more growth.
But it happens with females as well too. Not the crack, not the traditional crack, but the voice does change through that.
You kind of disconnecting.
That
Become
time.
hollow a little bit.
Yeah. So I'll put a link in for that. There is. I did do a segment on that. I got quizzed about that years ago. About hey, my voice is broken. It was actually from a young boy. He said, my voice is what's happening. So.
Yeah. So keep an eye on what your child is telling you. If they tell you they like singing but they never do, they tell you, yeah, I want to be a singer. Think about maybe they are just enamored with the idea of being a star and what they see on a telly, on YouTube. But if they just say that they want to sing and they want singing lessons, but they never actually attempting to do it.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah,
good.
Probably
Great
not the
point.
best idea. But if they are not telling you, Mom, I want to singing lessons, but they or Dad, I want to draw, but they are doing it all the time, probably it would be a good idea to get them
Encourage
to a
them.
good instructor as soon as possible.
Yeah.
If you lack finance to do that, because sometimes raising up a child is a huge financial commitment.
If you lack finances, we have the ultimate online singing course. Going to plug straight into that there, where you can get my lessons for as little as $7.95 a month. Subscribe for that.
Price drop.
That's for the custom courses.
Awesome.
The full courses start at $14.95 a month. So that's a great way as well too, and that really is one of the reasons why I released the course was for people worldwide that couldn't afford high quality singing lessons. And I remember when I was putting that together, and our ex-VA, a VA is a virtual assistant, Aliana lived in the Philippines, and I actually said to Aliana, Aliana, which the Philippines is the third world country, I said, Aliana, what can you afford? And I gauged the pricing of that, not to make money, to give a high quality product to people in third world and second world countries that couldn't afford it. And the pricing system was done by Aliana. She said, this is as much as what I could afford in the Philippines. And it was all done by her.
We do have quite a lot of students in the course and quite a lot of interest from India, from Bangladesh as well, right? We do get quite a lot of traffic.
Yes, yes, we do get a lot of traffic from there. Southeast Asian countries as well too. Yes, the Philippines going up to India, Bangladesh, Nepal. Thailand, Vietnam. Thailand's a big one. Philippines is a big one.
Yeah, which is also great for a child for one simple reason, because instruction is given in English, and English is basically the language that almost everyone is gravitating towards now. So almost every single person on the planet, starting from a certain point, is being exposed to English-speaking media, be it films or music, and it's fantastic to basically do like 2-in-1, both from the young age to learn to sing with the correct technique, and also to get instruction in English. And with an online course, it's great because you can pause it and you can go and look it up what certain things mean in your own language. I know I had to look up some words when I was testing, because my English, my conversational English is kind of okay, I guess. But when it comes to certain professional terminology, it took me like a few hot seconds to figure out what were you talking about.
Yeah. Even with that, even if you don't know English, follow the scales. The scales on those courses there, we've got 4 full courses: beginner, intermediate, so entry level, intermediate, advanced, professional. Now we have numerous, we've got 17 custom courses. So if you just want to work on falsetto, or singing up high and true voice, or breathing, or stage presentation, or we've got custom courses which teach you how to sing pop, R&B, rock, theatre. So there are different custom courses. So there's something there for everyone. So that's really what it was designed for. It's definitely not a cash grab at all. And it was designed so that I could give people that weren't as fortunate to come in to have private singing lessons. Because I know that growing up, money was an issue when I was growing up. So I missed out on a lot when I was growing up. So I think $7.95 a month. You get it for a month. You can learn it, do what you want to do with it, take it anywhere, phone, computer, laptop, wherever you've got access to Wi-Fi or work.
Yes.
Excellent.
Well,
fantastic. Thanks, Sam. Thanks for coming in. That was episode number 10.
Yes.
We are in double figures.
Woo! We're all out of fingers.
Yeah, we're all out of fingers, so we're going to have to be going like this. Excellent.
Well, you can go like this, and I can go
Yes.
like this on the next one.
Yes, we'll do that. We're going to definitely do that. Thanks, Sam.
Yay.
Good to see you, and I'll see you in next week's video podcast. Have a great week, guys. Have fun singing. Bye for now.
Talk soon.